You guys are joining me on my first ever solo wild camping trip. And not only that, conditions have dropped below freezing. And as you can see, we've got a bit of snow going on as well. No signal, no contact. But you know what? I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine, right? I've got some new winter gear and I feel like we're looking serious. We look like we know what we're doing, but in actual fact, I don't really have any clue. So I guess the real question from here on out, will we survive? Will we thrive? Or are things going to take a serious dive? We're in the heart of Devon, Dartmoor. We're coming up on this tour, a word for these rock formations. With all this snow and ice, it makes quite a slippery trek. My microphone is covered in snow, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me. I'm already slipping everywhere. My friends and family definitely thought I was crazy when I told them that I wanted to do this. And I might be. But if I make it out alive, then I can at least prove to them that it's possible and maybe even enjoyable. But that might be a push. Proper windy up here. Beautiful tour though. It's a lot bigger than I imagined. Wow. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm not going to be camping in this tour. But in fact, there's a bit of woodland a little bit deeper on the other side, which I'm hoping is going to shelter me a bit more from the elements. We're thinking smart, people. Going to keep things moving. See if we can get a little bit higher on this tour first without breaking our neck. As you can see, the visibility is not great, so it might not be getting the best view from up here, but it's worth a shot. Or is it? Is it worth my life? So I'm not sure if you can see, but you're going to be heading down into these woods, past an old, decayed village, an ancient village that was once on these moors. Jeez! Now, another challenge that comes with camping this late in the year is how short the days are. So I've only got about 3 hours of daylight left, and you don't want to be pitching your tent in the dark. We're coming up to one of the longest nights of the year, the shortest day of the year, and I've chosen this time to do my first solo camp. Maybe not the smartest of ideas I've ever had, but I'm hoping it'll make some good content. All for the content. Doesn't matter if I survive. If you find this action camera on my corpse, I hold the duty to whoever's found it to edit a good video out of it. A lot of the woodlands in Dartmoor have been sectioned out of the areas you're permitted to camp. The reason being is that they just don't want people ruining the natural ecosystem, really, which is fair enough, but there's very little woodlands left in Dartmoor to start because of years and years of cattle grazing. The majority of Dartmoor would have been filled with lush trees, lush trees and woodlands, thick woodlands. Right, I think we want to be heading southeast. Born and bred, southeast. This is a synthetic jacket. I think just because of how wet and rainy Dartmoor is, down doesn't dry as quickly as the synthetic down, synthetic insulation. So, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts, but so far it's doing a good job at just deflecting the wind, keeping the wind off me. That's the Tor behind us. Just there off in the distance now, shrouded in a plume of mist. The snow just seems to absorb all the sounds. It's like a huge sound dampening sheet. I'd like to say it's peaceful. I'm getting battered a bit. Into the forest we go. Now, one thing I didn't realise, because I wasn't looking at the Ordnance Survey map, is actually how steep a lot of this terrain is. So, of course, not really able to pitch a tent down there, but we'll keep going. Definitely feel more protected now. These trees are surrounding me and they're just cutting the wind off just enough to where it's not so severe. We're gonna have to go through the bog. Can't go over it, we've got to go through it. Shout out if you've ever read that book as a kid. Or an adult, I don't judge. Okay, it's doable. Spoke too soon. You can hear a lot of running water. Our options are dwindling a little bit here, but we've still got time. My shoes are getting soaked already, which isn't good. Don't have any proper walking shoes yet. What are you doing, Tig? What are you doing? Let's get you out of this swamp. I was going to say this isn't a bad spot, but actually, it's just another swamp. It's pretty much all just been slime down there. I think partly because it's the kind of bottom of the ravine. So if you were looking for a lightweight camping setup, you're gonna have to click to another video, because right now it feels like there's an overweight child on my back. Partly the reason I'm panting so much. Or maybe I'm just making excuses, I'm pretty out of shape. Fucking hell. Oh, I thought I could see some potentially pitchable area, but of course right in front of it again is a massive bog. Just go up and around, I think that's the best bet. Fuck. You can see there's barely any wind now. Hoping not to acquire any ticks, but are they still around in these temperatures? I don't know. So finally I'm starting to see a bit of flat ground, which I'm really happy about, because Felt like I was swimming through bog for a good hour. Thank God we got out of that marshland. Because it's definitely getting dark soon. This is looking tasty though. You know what? I think this might as well be the spot, to be honest. Should have pitched the outer first. As soon as I brush it off, it just comes straight back. You see my butt? Yeah, you can. Oh man. At least we're looking semi-dry in there. Let's get that in. Oh. 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 My back. Now this sleeping mat doesn't actually have an R rating, so it might be what lets me down. First time sleeping in this. Look how small this is. It's a sea to summit pillow. Look at that. Oh, that was a mission. Give me a minute and then I think it's time we make a bit of grub. At some point I got stuck in a swamp. But it looks like we've made it out the other end. Don't speak too soon though, because night is yet to fall. I'm definitely starting to feel the cold now. So theoretically... Oh, there we go. Looks like it's boiling to me. Yep. Apparently this gas canister's rated to -27, so I think that's all right for now. Stove heated up that water super quick. Again, this is my first time. I'm not so experienced doing this kind of thing.
and I'm definitely feeling the cold in my bottom half because I've got my boots stuck out the other end. It's completely frozen. Where's that hand warmer gone? Shove that in the top. This looks ridiculous, I know, but yeah, we fucked the pan up. We fucked that up. I mean, I've seen worse. Definitely seen worse. Right, there's one thing I've been looking forward to. And it's closing this flipping door. Oh, praise the Lord. Right, so I had to just warm up a bit in the sleeping bag. So I'm in my long johns and finally about to tuck into whatever monstrosity that is. So this is some British shit, man. Eating a chicken tikka masala on the moor. Since I've been sat in this sleeping bag, yeah, it's been nice. I've been heating up, getting that body heat back. I can feel my feet again. Still snowing, by the way. I honestly had no idea that it was even going to settle. It started off as rain in the lower parts, quickly turned to snow, which then turned to quite heavy snow. And honestly, since I set foot out of the car, it's been non-stop. So when I wake up, I'm probably going to be covered under a sheet of ice. So we're all wrapped up now. Yeah, I wasn't quite expecting it to be that cold, or feel that cold, but we got what we needed to do done. We burnt the crap out of that pan though, so hopefully that comes off. So yeah, this is super bright, but that's it for me for now, and we'll catch you in the morning.
Good morning. So we survived the night. I wouldn't say it was the most comfortable night in the world though. A couple bits of equipment let me down. The sleeping mat, one of the only things I cheaped out on. I think it was about £30. You could just feel the cold just rising up through the floor. So not to say it's a bad product, but definitely something that I'm going to have to upgrade if I'm going to do more winter camps. Sleeping bag seemed alright. I don't know, it somehow got wet. I don't think I wet the bed. I think we've passed that age already, so not sure how that happened. And also, if you can see here, the outer tent fly has frozen onto the inner, and that's something that could be solved with more guying it out more, using more tent pegs, and making sure that the outer fly is more taut, because that's another factor that would be certainly making it more cold in here, because the air can just cut right through both layers. So yeah, a few things to take away from this experience. Yeah, I'd do it again, but it wasn't the most comfortable. Don't know if we're going to be able to make breakfast, but we can live without breakfast, I think, for now. And then we can set out and get out of this place, eh? Snow coffee. Oh, that's strong. Flip. That is strong. Possibly too strong. Alright, after a fair bit of packing up, we're back on the road. And yeah, obviously leave nothing behind, leave no trace. Other than a big square patch of melted snow. Back to reality, I guess. Oh, it's a gorgeous place, this. Wow, look how clear. Oh, dope. You like that one? Oof. Okay, enough messing about. Any idea what these tracks are? Could be a deer. So much clearer today. Oh, well, I was just walking, and out of nowhere, we found the, what do they call it? Deserted medieval village. So, difficult to see, covered in snow, but once there were settlers here. Look at these Dartmoor ponies against the white backdrop. So there you have it, that was my first wild camp, my first solo wild camp, and the first time I've camped below freezing temperatures in the snow. But other than the fact that some of the equipment wasn't appropriate for the weather, I still had a really good time. It was really peaceful, and it was great to wake up in the morning just to that beautiful blanket of snow covering all the moorland, and you can see other tours in the distance as well. I hope you all enjoyed that one. It definitely took me out of my comfort zone. If you want to see more stuff like that, let me know. I'll see you in the next one.